in the daily administration.
Now look that up in the blue letter. The word, you're not going to see the word, from the actual Greece, it's not going to be Grecians. The word that you're going to see in the blue letter is Hellenins.
Yeah, the Greek word there in Acts 6:1 is Hellenistas. And I'll even play it.
Strong's G 1675. Hellenistes. Hellenistes.
Which means one who imitates the manners and customs or the worship of the Greeks and use the Greek tongue. Used in the New Testament of...
Based on Acts, the 6th chapter, right?
Yep. One who imitates the manners and customs or the worship of the Greeks who use the Greek tongue. Used in the New Testament of Jews born in foreign lands and speaking Greek.
Yeah, there was a different, the word there is Hellenistas, which means Israelites that practiced the Greek philosophy and spoke the Greek language, but they were actually Israelites. Then you had another term, Hellenin, which were also Israelites. There was one group that knew that they were Israelites and another group that didn't know that they were Israelites. All right? Hence the two different names, Hellenistas and Hellenin. All right? Go ahead.
This is in the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary under Greece. Greece, Grecia, Grecians. Grecia is Greece, the home of the Hellenists. Greek and Grecians, however, are to be distinguished. Greeks are generally those of Hellenic race, but the word may be used to indicate non-Jews, foreigners, and aliens. Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews, folk of the dispersion from the areas predominantly Greek.
Yeah, and that word should be Hellenistas. Now, go from there to Acts. We're going to stay in Acts 6. Go to Acts 16 and start from the top. And I want you to look this up in the blue letter. Go ahead.
Acts chapter 16, verse 1. Then came he to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there named Timotheus, the son of a certain woman.
Timothy is a Greek name, just like Titus is a Greek name, just like Apollos is a Greek name, just like Alexander the coppersmith was a Greek name. All right. Hymenaeus, I believe, was Greek. When you read the different people, the Israelites that Paul had taught and saluted and mentioned their names, they, for the most part, had Greek names. They were Israelites that were raised up under the Greek or Hellenist philosophy. Go ahead.
It says, then came he to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there named Timotheus, the son of a certain woman which was a Jewess, and believed, but his father was a Greek.
Now let's look up the word Greek, because you come across that scripture and you think that he was a half Edomite or a Tyr, because you don't know how to go deep.
Yeah, the word there is
Strong's G 1672. Hellene.
which means a Greek either by nationality, whether a native of the mainland or of the Greek islands or colonies. In a wider sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews, that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own. The primary reference is to a difference of religion and worship.
So basically that means that the term Hellen or Hellenin meant you had people that spoke the Greek language, followed the Greek custom, all right? And you had Israelites that did that followed that Greek custom, but they didn't acknowledge or claim to be Israelites. You go back to Acts, the 6th chapter, the Grecians were Hellenistas, which practiced some of the Greek philosophy, spoke Greek, you know, their customs were somewhat Greek, but they knew that they were Israelites. So that's the difference there. All right?
And then you had Jews that were in Caesar's army, but they had Latin names. You know, so that's why a lot of those soldiers, when you read the names are in Latin, but they were really Israelites that joined the military at the time. You know.
Yeah, and you know what? You got that article up. I guess this is the opportune time to read it.
All right. This is a website called www.israelite.info, and you know, if you type in it says Christian Messianic and Jewish research into Israel's two houses, the Spartan Israelites, early Hebrew migration to Greece, the witness of the Apocrypha and Flavius Josephus concerning Hebrew colonization of early Greece. Introduction. An important and fascinating correspondence took place between the Jewish high priest and the king of the Spartans, Lacedaemonians of Greece. The date of this correspondence has commonly assigned by Palmer, Grimm, and others to BC 330 to 309. It provides evidence that the early inhabitants of Greece were in fact Israelites.
And that's all we need. You can read it on your own. All right? So the truth is coming out. Now give me the Apocrypha. What is that? Either First Maccabees 12 or Second Maccabees 12. All right, go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 12, verse 1. Now when Jonathan saw that the time served him, he chose certain men and sent them to Rome, for to confirm and renew the friendship that they had with them. He sent letters also to the Lacedaemonians.
Now the friendship that they had with the Romans had to be the sons of Japhet, which were dark people. Go ahead.
He sent letters also to the Lacedaemonians and to other places for the same purpose. So they went unto Rome and entered into the Senate and said, Jonathan the high priest and the people of the Jews sent us unto you, to the end you should renew the friendship which you had with them and the league as in former times. If I may say this, Elder Tar, now you got to notice that, you got to remember that everything that Esau does today and that has done in the past, they stole everything. They have no creativity of their own. Like you know, we were speaking about earlier about Capitoline Hill, which was a temple that was built to Jupiter. In America here, they have Capitol Hill, which is in Washington, D.C. Well, those things that were set up, they were set up by 6th century BC, 7th century BC people that were in Rome, kings, which were actually Japhite or dark-skinned people. Because the white man, all he does, he just takes history of other people and applies it to himself as if he's the people, but he's not. All right, back at First Maccabees 12 and 4, upon this the Romans gave them letters unto the governor of every place, that they should bring them into the land of Judea peaceably. And this is the copy of the letters which Jonathan wrote to the Lacedaemonians. Jonathan the high priest and the elders of the nation, and the priests and the other people of the Jews, unto the Lacedaemonians, their brethren, send greeting. It says, there were letters sent in times past unto Onias the high priest for Darius, who reigned then among you, to signify that ye are our brethren. It says, to signify that ye are our brethren, as the copy here underwritten doth specify. At which time Onias entreated the ambassador that was sent honorably, and received the letters wherein declaration was made of the league and friendship. Therefore we also, albeit we need none of these things, that for that we